So a bit of an explanation. I was working on a review of Ubisoft's Uno for Steam, but you try to make a 6 to 10 minute video about Uno without explaining just how the cards work. Plague Inc. evolved as a game about a disease that spreads around the world, infecting and killing every human being on Earth. It's pretty strange considering the setup, but when you load up the game, a video begins to play explaining it. Basically, you play as a disease and indirectly control it by evolving it with DNA points. I question the video playing every time you load it up, like it's more of a trailer you'd see on Steam rather than the opening cutscene. You can play as a wide array of diseases, from bacteria to a disease that makes zombies rise from the dead. If you venture across the menu, you'll see a speedrun challenge and a bunch of custom scenarios, preset games that you get to control. This is actually a game where the Steam Workshop makes a valuable contribution. The game is very interesting as a basic concept, and it's even better with the gameplay. This game's gameplay is very addictive and simple to understand, despite first impressions. To collect DNA points, you have to click on the red bubbles or the orange bubbles that pop up across the world. The red bubbles signify the transmission of the disease to another country. As your disease gradually spreads, your DNA collection allows you to buy more traits to evolve your disease. Depending on which disease you choose, there might be some slight variation, but later diseases will have drastically different gameplay options. Any symptom you evolve will make yourself detectable, and if you are detected, the world will try to cure you. This is a big problem as you can't easily prevent them from curing your disease. The most you can do is evolve drug resistance, which will prevent countries from easily curing you. But medicine works very fast, and it'll more often than not be a race between you, eradicating the human race, and the human race trying to stop you. If you play your cards right and know what you're doing, chances are you can complete the mission before they can get the cure out. The game has a very simple layout. It's the Earth. A news headline in the upper left, your DNA counter and shop in the bottom left, the world statistics in the bottom middle, your calendar time in the upper left, and finally you can check progress on the cure in the bottom right. In the DNA shop, you will find upgrades to your transmissions, symptoms you can mutate, and other helpful things such as drug resistance. Because if a deadly bacteria can resist drugs, why can't little Timmy? Damn kids need to be like the pathogen if you ask me. You're going to want to watch the bars at the bottom while you upgrade, because if you become lethal too early, you run the risk of killing all the host bodies, and or the government's going to cure you faster. Speaking of, you can check your cure status, what countries have been infected and which ones haven't, by clicking on the bottom statistics bar. It helps if you're playing it slow, because some countries slowly slip by the cracks. But it's all about strategy. It'd help if the sound effects weren't there at all, or changed depending on the situation, but whatever. At least this game offered the ability to turn them off. I'm not gonna lie, this game is very addictive. Like, very, very, very addictive. However, I don't know if its gameplay and simplistic design could even come close to the likes of the best of the best. This game is also incredibly fun, so perhaps the fun factor made me put the game where I did, because Steam review ranking is just my personal ranking. With all of this considered, I think I would put the game under Doki Doki Literature Club, but above Legend of the Brofist. Legend of the Brofist wasn't too inviting for a replay, but this game, like I've said, makes you want to come back. I put it under Doki Doki Literature Club because there was little story or interesting characters, and I'm not too big of a fan of the music for this game, whereas DDLC had some quality background music. Plague Inc. Evolved is a really fun game that allowed me to eradicate humanity in under 20 minutes. I do genuinely like this game, but at times it could get really repetitive. I do recommend it for the $15 price tag. If that's too much, it is on Steam's list of put these games on sale whenever we have one games. You can snag it for fairly cheap, but if that's still too much, you can get it for 99 cents on the App Store. The main downside of that is that it's so downgraded to fit the technology, and it only comes with the first couple diseases, whereas the others are DLC. I'd advise just getting it on Steam. You get the superior version, custom-made stuff from the Steam users themselves, and no DLC. But seriously, evolve your drug resistance, Timmy. Your family misses you. That's it! Steam review is 1 year old, and wow, I made you wait, huh? I'll be able to work on them faster and faster as time goes on. That Uno thing from the start wasn't a farce. I wrote an entire review and it wasn't as good as I was hoping for. So I'm going to rework it and I'll try to get it out as soon as possible. There's also a little side project I'm working on about choice in video games. Thanks for watching, all support is appreciated, and I will see you next time. Have a good one.